Hello everyone. In the previous video, we have discussed counting sort, which was an example for linear sorting algorithm. In today's video, we are going to consider one more linear sorting algorithm by name radix sort. So, few points about radix sort are: the first point about radix sort that I can say is, note that radix sort is not a comparison based sorting algorithm. Even counting sort was also not an example for the comparison based sorting algorithms. Even radix sort is also the same. Now, in case of radix sort, input to radix sort is an array A of n elements, where the elements are of n digits. Now, here in case of radix sort, we take the size of the inputs. Say for example, the input to input 1, a sample input to radix sort may be elements 897, 124, 765, 845, 249, 337 and 612. If you see the size of each of these elements are made up of 3 digits. That is the meaning of this D digits. With this example, I can say D value is 3. So, input to radix sort is an array A of n elements, where the n elements are of k digits. I can take one more input. If I have one more input as 65, 725, 846, 94, 1, 10 and 72, something like this. Now, if you see the size of each of this input, the size of first key is just 2, size of the number of digits in second input is 3, third input is 3, fourth input is 2, this input is 1, 10 it is just 2, 72 is just 2. Now, in this case, what we are supposed to do is, we are supposed to make the size of all this element as same. How it can be done? The prefix with 0. The first element, what is the max size? Max size is 3 digit, hence all these elements have to be a 3 digit number. That means I need to prefix 10 to this, it becomes 065. This is 3 digit, this is 3 digit. To make this 3 digit, prefix 0. Now, how many zeros to be prefixed here? 2 zeros to be prefixed. Now, for this 10, 10, and for 72, it is 10. Please make sure that the size of all digits, the size of all elements in case of radix sort should be of the same digit, of the same size of digits. Second point, the next point is radix sort sorts data with integer keys by grouping the keys. Keys are nothing but the elements to be sorted by individual digits. Now, when I take this, so this last one, 7, 4, 5, 5, 9, 7, 2, these are at the unit place. Next, 1, 3, 4, 4, 6, 2, 9 are at tens place. Next, 6, 3, 2, 8, 7, 1, 8 is at hundreds place. Now, what we basically do is we sort data with integers key by grouping these keys. These keys are being grouped by individual digits that share the same significant position and the place value. And note this important point wherein I say that radix sort sorts data with integer keys. So basically, this radix sort works fine. Radix sort is basically for integer based data, integer inputs. Even the counting sort also have to be used precisely only for integer numbers. There also we had the value of k, where k denotes the range, but with some slight modification, even it can be used for other types of data type. But note that it is basically meant for only integers. And one more thing about radix sort is radix sort internally uses counting sort. Now, how internally it uses counting sort? We'll take an example and we'll see how it internally takes counting sort, as well as we are going to discuss about the pseudocode and the time complexity of the radix sort algorithm. Let us see how exactly the radix sort works. I have taken 8 elements. And if you see, each of these elements have a size of 3. In the sense, my D value is 3 here. That is the size of each of this element. D denotes the size of each element, or I can say number of digits. Now what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to start with the unit place first. Now I will mark this unit place as 1, and this with respect to size, as the size value is 3, I can say that this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. 1 is nothing but the ones place, 2 is nothing but the tens place, and 3 is nothing but the hundredth place. Now one more point that I told earlier with respect to radix sort was radix sort internally uses the counting sort. Now what we are supposed to do is first we are supposed to take all the elements which are there in the ones place of all these 8 elements. I need to sort them using counting sort. How counting sort works? If you do remember that we have considered the other way of representing the counting sort, where I have taken some Q's. Now, as the input to my radix sort are all integers, whether it is in unit place or whether it is in tens place or whether it is in hundred place, the digits may have value from 0 to 9. So what we will do? So if 0 to 9 means I need to have 10 Q's. Index from 0 to 9. So what I will do, initially I will have 10 Q's marked with I'll have 10 Q's marked with Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now first what I will do, I will take the first element. I will take the first element, this ones place is 9. So I need to put this particular number 329 in the 9, that is a Q in number with 9. 329. Next is a 7. 7 means 457. 457 here at the 7th Q. Next 657. Next 839. Next 436 means it is the 6th one. 436. Next 720. 720 means this 0. This is 0th Q. Next 355. 5th Q. Next 124. 4th one. And all other Q will be empty. Now what I will do? I will concat all these things together now. I will take the elements from the first Q. I will put. So now this gets. This I can write it as 720. The first element is 720. Second Q, this is empty. Next is 124. Next is 355. Next is 436. Now out of these two, the first one that was put, the first one that was inserted was 457. It is 457 first, followed by 657. Next, this was empty. Now this is 329. And then 839. So this was with respect to D with a value of 1 when I considered the element in the unit place. Now what I need to do? I need to consider the tens place. Based on 10 place, I need to put it onto Q and I need to extract. First one is 720. So it is Q numbered 2. Next is 124. So this is 2. I need to take the position of the D is equal to this one. It's a 10 place. 124. Next is 355. 355 in the middle is 5. So it's 355. Next is 436 here. Next is 457 here. Next is 657 here. Next 329, that is 2. 329. Next is 839. 839 is here. Now apart from this, all other Q's were empty. Now take this from the Q. First is 329. Sorry. So which was the first element that we inserted? The first element inserted was 720. So 720. Next 124. Next 329. 436. 839. Next is 355, 457, Next 657. Now this was the elements after the second iteration, or I can say first I considered for d is equal to 1, d is equal to 2 over. Now I should consider for d is equal to 3. I need to come to the highest order digit. Now 720. So it should go for the 7th cube. 7th cube is 720. Next 124. Cube indexed with 1. 329. Next 436. Next 839. Next 355. 457. Next is 657. Now we extract this from Q. The first element that gets extracted is 124. The second element will be, now out of this 329 and 355, the first element that was put onto Q was 329. So it should be 329, 355, 436, 457, 657, 720, and 830. And if you see now, all the elements are sorted: 124, 329, 355, 436, 57, and 728. This is how Radix sort works. Now we'll see the pseudocode of the Radix sort algorithm. This is the pseudocode of the Radix sort algorithm, probably the only algorithm which have only 2 steps. So if you see, the input to this Radix sort algorithm is an array A of n elements, and then this D is the higher order digit. As in the previous example that we have considered, the D value was 3. Now what we are supposed to do, we called counting sort depending upon the value of D. If D value was 5, we need to call counting sort, maybe not counting sort. In the example that we have taken counting sort, not really counting sort. It says that the second step says that use a stable sorting algorithm which should have a linear time. The only algorithm till now that we have discussed which has a linear time is the counting sort algorithm. Hence, I said that we are supposed to use a counting sort algorithm. So note that this for loop will be iterated 1 to D times. This D is nothing but the highest order digit, or I can say the size of the element. So this is quite simple that you see. Now coming to the time complexity of this. Now if you do remember, what is the time complexity of the counting sort algorithm? It was theta of n plus k. If you remember, it was theta of n plus k. Now how many times this gets repeated? This gets repeated d times. I can say that this is nothing but theta of d into n plus k, where this d is a constant. We know that d is a constant. So in case of the asymptotic representation, you can neglect a constant. So we are left out with n plus k. And even if my k is of order n, if my k is of order of n, it becomes theta of n plus n, which is once again theta of 2n. In 2n I can discard 2, it will be theta of n. Hence, I can say that the time complexity of the Radix sort algorithm is also linear in nature. Hope this is clear. Thank you.